Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Synthetic Jungle by FREDERIC Malle, the newest of the house, 2021 release. The previous release was in 2019 with Rose and Queer, and 2 years later we are now with Synthetic Jungle. So, just to start off, it's kind of nice seeing a new name on the box. And a new perfumer as well. So this is the first time Anne Filippo has worked with FREDERIC Malle. Typically, he works with the same perfumers, and she is a lot younger than everyone he's been working with. So, in an interview recently, I asked him who he'd be interested in working with, and he says he wants to bring in new faces to his brand, and he did that with also the Moon with Julian Rasquinet, and now we have Anne Filippo on board. So I'm sure they're gonna make some more things in the future together. So excited to see where she decides to take her next step, if that ever comes. But there's the box, traditional um, FREDERIC Malle box. Got this on Friday, and I've been wearing it for the past 3 days, so I've only had it for 3 days so far. So I kind of have a little bit of a few quick impressions on it, and I'll let you know what I think about it. But first, let me spray it on myself. So here we go. Ooh, missed that first one there. Oh, great opening. This opening is very, very bright and green, as the name suggests. First, I get a mixture of wet leaves and a nice dose of blackcurrant, which the blackcurrant plays a major role in this perfume and kind of lasts throughout the wear. In my opinion, is the player of this fragrance, and the top note as well. It does fill the room with one or two sprays, at least to begin with, but kind of dies down after that. But it is a powerhouse at the very beginning, at least for the first 20 to 30 minutes, and then kind of mellows out and changes directions. But the greenery is really sharp and light, and kind of reminds me of Rose and Queer, although Rose and Queer is a little more dense and spicier. So I have a Rose and Queer sample that was given to me right here, which I love, and I had been wanting to get a bottle of this ever since I smelled it. It's just so addicting. I love the spicy green that Rose and Queer has, even though it is not I don't detect any leather at all in that one, but that's another topic to go down. But anyway, let's get back to Synthetic Jungle. So as I've been wearing it for the past couple of days, first night I wore it, I sprayed one spray under my shirt, went to bed, and it was still there in the morning. Definitely changed though. So it starts off really green and light, but maybe like halfway through it changes to a more mellowed out, soft white floral perfume with slight woods in there as well. But doesn't project that long up to that point. Becomes more of a intimate skin scent. But the jasmine comes into play for me, at least 20 minutes in, whereas the first 20 minutes are majority blackcurrant. So, and then like 30 minutes in after that, or maybe half an hour in after initial spray, the fragrance kind of settles into a floral jungle, So like I said at the beginning, you're kind of, let's say you step into a jungle and you're walking, and that's what you'll be smelling along the way while you're chopping down leaves, climbing through some bushes. And then on your hike, you reach a stopping point, something a little more calm, maybe not as many shrubs around. So you get to you sit down, and there's some white florals around, You got jasmine, lily of the valley, ylang ylang, and patchouli and oak moss are listed here at the base as well. Unfortunately, I don't detect any of that, um, which is unfortunate, but that's just how this one played out on me. But that's pretty much where the fragrance stays for the rest of the wear. It's linear and not as complex as other malls. But I would say it's perfectly unisex and will be liked by the majority of people you interact with. There's this kind of aldehydic nature about it. This did have inspiration from Chanel number 19, I believe. So it's very light and airy and pretty much inoffensive. You can't really go wrong with this. And I'll be honest that I was expecting something completely different when the name leaked a couple of months ago, back in the summer. It said that this was going to contain, oak moss and patchouli on paper. So I was expecting a darker, richer forest, but I didn't get any of that as well. Instead, we have this bright green jungle that is very alive at the beginning, and then it kind of just mellows out and is more tame. So that's my fault for having my expectations on this. Does that mean this is a terrible fragrance? No, I was just expecting something different. So this is not breaking any new grounds, I don't think. I'm sure there's other things out there that can give you this some satisfaction of greens and jungle feeling, but yeah, basically I'm only disappointed in the fact that I was expecting something else, but I have really been enjoying this so far. I feel like it'll perform well during the majority of the year, with the exclusion of super cold days, but this is definitely a quick grab and go perfume, I think, at least with the malls. But I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks about it. I've seen some people love it on Fragrantica and other people hating it. So yeah, but glad to have a new mall in my collection, and we'll see what comes next. I know there's a rumor, or at least there was, that there was going to be a 5th Desert Gem collection, but who knows if that'll ever come out. But glad to see where Mr. Frederic Malle is taking this. And going back to the name, actually. So the name kind of is throwing some people off, being considered it's called Synthetic Jungle. Could be a play on words on the actual perfume itself. Does not feel synthetic at all to my nose. Feels very natural and smooth. Does have some sharp edges, but nothing that'll make your nose itch. But it also could be a play on words that a synthetic jungle was basically composed in perfume form, and now you can experience it in that way. And I believe someone from Wafts in the Loft, or Wafts from the Loft, said that as well. And I kind of want to go with that route, that this is a play on words on having a jungle tamed into this little bottle here. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you've smelled this, let me know what you think. As of right now, I still probably prefer Rose and Queer out of all the green FREDERIC Mall fragrances. I just can't get enough of this one. The spices and the oh yeah, this one's amazing. But yeah, I'll continue to wear Synthetic Jungle for the next. Probably I'll probably test it out for another couple days and form an opinion on it. But as of right now, am I disappointed that this wasn't something else? Yes, but I do not hate it. I like it a lot. Don't love it yet, but I'm sure um, I'll start appreciating it more as the time goes on, and I know you guys know how that works. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Maybe a New City exclusive purchase, or maybe I'm gonna do Mustasab by Leslie Demodab. But we'll see. Catch you guys on the next one.